I welcome you all for the fifth lecture on biomedical instrumentation. The topic to be discussed today is recent trends in medical instrumentation. Thermography, a medical science that performs diagnostic using highly detailed and sensitive infrared images, and thermogram, a regional temperature map of surface of a part of the body made by thermograph. Thermal readings have been used in medicine for thousands of years. The Greek physician Hippocrates wrote, in whatever part of the body excess of heat or cold is felt, the disease is there to be discovered. Figure shows uh, the residue colored by our human body and the uh, absorption of colors by all the objects. Medical thermography. In medical thermography, digital infrared thermal imaging (DITI) is used as a method of research for early preclinical diagnosis and control during treatment. The intrinsic safety of this method makes infrared thermography free from any limitations or contradictions. Thermography is a non-invasive, non-contact tool that uses the heat from our body to aid in making diagnosis of the host of the health care conditions. Thermography is completely safe and uses no radiations. It has two parts, the IR camera or the detector and the standard PC or the laptop computer. These systems have only a few controls and relatively easy to use. Two categories of these detectors are commonly found based on the thermal effects and the quantum effects. Based on the thermal effects, and it includes thermocouples, bolometers, thermopiles, and pyroelectric detectors. And quantum effects includes photoconductors and photovoltaic diodes. Uncooled detectors, which can be fabricated into a high resolution FPAs, these are currently becoming available in the range of IR viewers. Any object whose temperature is about 0 degree Kelvin radiates infrared energy. The amount of radiated energy is a function of the object's temperature and its relative efficiency of thermal radiation, known as emissivity. Radiated energy or the power is proportional to the body's temperature raised to the power of fourth power. Staffman-Boltzmann law E is equal to sigma T to the power of 4, where sigma is 5.6705 to 10 raised to the power of minus 5 ERG by cm square by K to the power of 4 per second. This is called the Staffman-Boltzmann constant. This energy can be measured and an instrument calibrated to indicate the corresponding temperature of the surface it's looking at. Instruments which can scan an object and create an image or spatial map of surface temperatures are referred to as thermal images. Difference between infrared film and thermography. IR film is sensitive to infrared radiation in the 250 degree to 500 degree range, while the range of thermography is approximately minus 50 degrees Celsius to 2000 degrees Celsius over. So for an IR film to show something, it must be over 250 degrees Celsius or reflecting infrared radiation from something that is at least that hot. This shows the frequency spectrum of all the rays actually from X-ray, UV, infrared. Infrared is of two parts, visible spectrum and infrared, microwaves, TV and frequency modulated waves which use these microwave ranges actually. Here is a region of interest where we have the infrared radiations. And the corresponding wavelength has been shown here, which ranges from which is in the range of micrometers, 10 micrometers. Thermography makes use of infrared spectrum, of electromagnetic spectrum. It involves near infrared, which is 0.75 to 3 micrometers, middle infrared, 3 to 6 micrometers, far infrared, 6 to 15 micrometers, and extreme infrared, about 15 to 100 micrometers. Infrared video cameras are passive and emits no energy but merely collects the thermal radiation emitted from the surface of the human body. In active thermography, an energy source is used to produce a thermal contrast between the features of interest and the background. The active approach is necessary in many cases given that the inspected parts are usually in equilibrium with the surroundings. In IR cameras, don't see temperature. IR camera captures the radiosity of the target it is viewing. Radiosity is defined as the infrared energy coming from the target modulated by the intervening atmosphere and consists of emitted, reflected, and sometimes transmitted IR energy. So incident energy is equal to emitted energy plus transmitted energy and reflected energy. Thermography is used for clinical diagnosis like X-ray, CT, ultrasound, MRI, etc. The test of anatomy. EMG is a test of motor physiology, and physiological change and metabolic processes has a unique capability to show that it has also been proven to be very useful in complementary procedure to other diagnostic modalities. Unlike the most diagnostic modalities, DITI is a non-invasive, it is very sensitive and reliable means of graphically mapping and displaying skin surface temperature. Medical DITI can offer considerable financial savings by avoiding the need for more expensive investigations. In medical, it can graphically display the very subjective part of pain by objectively displaying the changes in skin surface temperature that can accompany pain states. In medical, it shows a combined effect of autonomic nervous system and the vascular system down to capillary dysfunctions. Since the body is very symmetrical with regard to temperature, susceptible to temperature asymmetries can also be easily identified. It also monitors the thermal abnormalities present in the number of diseases and physical injuries. Because of our bodies are generally symmetrical, when unusual bits of tissues are present or normal parts of the body are reacting strangely, this is evident in our body's thermal footprint, so to speak. Medical applications. The medical fields in which infrared imaging is used are oncology, which deals with the cancerous lesions. The cancerous and the precancerous lesions show an increase in vascularity and temperature in the affected area. Vascular disorders deals with the bleeding disorders. The digital infrared camera captures any deviation from the normal within a blood vessel. Hemorrhages and clots within the blood vessels can be identified by these infrared cameras. Respiratory disorders deals with breathing disorders. The digital infrared camera help in finding out the physiological changes within the respiratory organs. Surgery deals with the invasive, and to treat a patient, infrared cameras give a helping hand to the surgeons when they are performing the microsurgeries. Tissue viability deals with the vitality of tissues. Infrared cameras helps in detecting the vitality by ensuring adequate blood supply to the tissues. Skeletal and neuromuscular diseases deals with the bones, nerves, and muscle disorders. Even the smallest of hairline cracks within a bone can be captured by digital infrared camera because of its very high resolution. Similarly, infrared cameras play a major role in identifying neuromuscular diseases. What is endoscopy? A medical instrument used for visual examination of the interior of the body cavity or a hollow organ such as colon, bladder, or stomach. The endoscopic procedure shown in schematically by this diagram. This is the endoscopic pen which goes inside the interior parts of the body cavity. Endoscopic tools are tube, a rigid or a flexible, and a lens system, a light delivery system which comprises of a fiber optic cable, probe or suction device. Four major obstacles are enlarging body entrances to body and give more light to opening, transmit a clear image, large field of vision. Scientific revolutions, light, camera obscura reflect light off a flask filled with water. Lenses or the concave mirror reflects more light and more accurately. Bosini 1806 is a system of mirrors. Place different mirrors at correct places to reflect image back. Sets back. There is a light conductor candle lights. And Dezor-Miox 1853 is a operative endoscopy, first to perform an endoscopy, used an endoscope, better light source, and the gasogen lamp. Shows the schematic diagram of that gasogen lamp. And Nizzi era 1877 is a Grunfeld bladder stone or a polyp removal, and Nizzi is a safe and reliable microscope optics electric light bulb. In early 1900s, arthroscopy, aberrant liver catheterization, and automatic pneumomorphium needle and carbon dioxide to create pneumoperitoneum and endophotography. In 1940 to 1980s, Palmer, quartz rod lightning 1952, early vitro fertilization in 1961, and removal of gallstones in 1986. Modern endoscopy confirmed diagnosis, biopsies, and surgery inside the insides of endoscopy is shown schematically here. Functions of endoscope: we can view the internal parts, body parts using lighting systems, camera and video, and use of medical instruments to remove unwanted cancers, enters through opening in the body and lasts to 15 to 60 minutes. Positive impacts on society: we find cancer, we can find internal bleeding, better prevention. And the negative impacts are society must train doctors on how to use new technologies being developed, higher cost with new technology, infection and bleeding. Future outlook is it's take images below the surface for an earlier detection of cancer, infrared scanner, pill and light and camera, robotic sensors. Figure shows the pill and light camera or a robotic sensor schematically. The wide application of laser in medicine for beauty treatments, that is surgical laser, removing tumors, making incisions, cosmetic treatments, resurfacing, removal of rebirth marks, age spots, spider veins, hair, tattoos, and ophthalmology, inner eye surgery in removing cataract and repairing retina, correctness, nearsightedness. Laser repairing retina is shown schematically. The diabetic retinopathy, or the DR, which can lead to blindness, is characterized by this excessive growth of blood vessels in retina and some hemorrhaging of top portion of our eye. And organ laser can also be focused onto the blood vessels to stop the bleeding, and then onto the other areas of the retina where the laser light is absorbed by the brown melanin pigment. This procedure leaves a circular burns as shown in the bottom of this diagram, which by some poorly understood mechanism retard the growth of new blood vessels. Figure shows that laser removal of this port wine stains that has been in that. Using lasers we can remove these kind of stains and excess blood vessels just under the outer layer of the skin, absorb this yellow laser light which destroys the red vessels. Because of this beam is delivered in brief pulses, other tissues is undamaged. Laser skin regeneration. Figure shows the improvement in your skin regeneration after this laser treatment. What is a laser? Laser, full form is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. The physics of laser is the interaction of laser light with human tissue. Figure shows that atomic electrically neutral, and it contains three elementary particles like electrons, protons and neutrons. This is the smallest and building block of matter, including body tissue fluids. Electrons make circular motion around the nucleus containing proton and neutron in different level of orbits called stationary orbits. They correspond to different energy levels. The number of electrons is equal to the number of protons in an atom. A nucleus counts the vast majority of the atomic mass. So-called atomic number or the Z number is a proton number. In an atom, ions are formed when atoms obtain extra electrons or lose electrons. Figure shows the electron orbits in the energy spectrum, energy level diagram, and how energy is plotted vertically with the lowest n equal to 1 or the ground state with excites of n equal to 2, 3, 4 and above. And n is called the orbit number and can be only positive integer. The electron can absorb energy and jump to the higher level, and the process of this is called excitation. A photon is emitted when an electron changes from a higher orbit to a lower orbit with a characteristic emission spectrum. This process is called de-excitation. If an atom absorbs a photon, an electron jumps from a lower bit to a higher bit with a characteristic absorption spectrum. Atom will absorb the emitted photons at a particular wavelength corresponding to the energy differences between orbits. Lambda is the wavelength, and emitted or absorbed by the photon can be obtained by the formula delta E is equal to hc by lambda or hf, where delta is the change in energy between the initial and final orbits. The variety of biological molecules have notable absorption spectrum. In invisible IR or UV, this has many clinical applications. Example is an oximeter. Figure shows that spontaneous excitation of this electron emission, absorption and emission. An excited electron may give off a photon and decay to the ground, stay by two processes, spontaneous emission and stimulated emission. Examples is neon light and light bulb. Stimulated emission, the excited atoms interact with the pre-existing photon that passes by. If the remaining photon has the right energy, it includes the electron to decay and gives off a new photon. Example is laser. Many electrons may be positively excited or held excited without massive spontaneous emissions. This is called a population inversion. The process is called optical pumping. Example of a ruby lasers. The components of the first ruby lasers is shown here, which consist of a power supply, a switch, and a 100% reflecting mirror, a quartz flash tube, and a ruby crystal. And we have the reflective mirrors and the laser beam, polished aluminum reflecting cylinder, which all converges the beam to one single line. The dispersion of the rays have been accomplished by this reflecting cylinders. Figure shows the optical resonating cavity and whose is only perpendicular to the mirrors, which will be affected by the emitted laser beam. Figure shows the beam activity, how it is been resonating inside the cavity, and only those particular to the mirrors, perpendicular to the mirrors, will be reflected back to the active medium. They travel together with the incoming photons to the same direction. This is the directionality of the laser. Figure shows the optical pumping, the optical resonating cavity. Only those perpendicular to the mirrors will be reflected back to the active medium. They travel together with the incoming photons in the same direction. This is the directionality of laser. Characteristics of laser. The second photon has the same energy, that is the same wavelength and the color as the first. Laser has a pure color. It travels in the same direction and exactly in the same step in the first photon. Laser has temporal coherence. Comparing to the conventional light, a laser is differentiated by three characteristics. They are directionality, pure color, and temporal coherence. Characteristics of laser is shown schematically. This is a conventional light source, and this is a laser light emitted collimated beam, and the directionality and temporal coherence of the laser beam is shown here. It has different wavelengths of colors, and this is the frequency spectrum. The graph shows between the wavelength and the light emission of argon laser lamp. The power and the intensity of lasers relationship is power is equal to the total energy output and the exposure rate time in seconds. The intensity is given by the power by spot area in centimeters square. The laser versus ordinary lights is the directionality of the laser beam offers a great advantage over the ordinary light since it has been to concentrate its energy onto a very small spot area. This is because of laser rays can be considered as almost parallel and confined to a well-defined circular spot on a distant object. Mechanisms of laser interaction with human tissues. 5 phenomena: reflection, transmission, scattering, re-emission, and absorption. Laser light interacts with the tissue and transfers. Energy of photons to the tissue because of absorption occurs. Figure shows a schematic diagram of the laser beam being targeted on the target tissue and how the scattering and reflection occurs and the transmission of that particular rays cues the problems in the tissue. What is coagulation? A slow heating of muscle and other tissues is like a cooking of a meat in everyday life. The heating induced the destabilization of proteins enzymes. This is also called coagulation. Like egg white coagulate when cooked, red meat turns gray because of coagulation during cooking. A laser heating of tissues above 50 degrees Celsius but below 100 degrees Celsius induces disordering of proteins, and other biomolecules. This process is called photocoagulation. When lasers are used for photocoagulations tissues during surgery, tissues essentially becomes cooked. They shrink in mass because water is expelled. The heat region change color and loses its mechanical integrity. Cells in the photocoagulated region die and a region of dead tissue called photocoagulation burn develops and can be removed or pulled off. These are the consequences of coagulation. So the application of photocoagulation is it destroys tumor, treating various eye conditions like retinal disorders caused by diabetics and hemostatic laser surgery, bloodless incision and excision due to the ability to stop bleeding during surgery. A blood vessel subjected to photocoagulation develops a pinched point due to shrinkage of proteins in the vessel walls. The coagulation restricts helps seal off the flow while damaged cell initiate clotting. Intensity requirement is low for general heating, which is less than 10. Moderate is 10 to 100 Webers per second square, centimeter square. Resulting process is photocoagulation. If it is higher than 100, it is photovaporization. Photochemical ablation. When using this high power lasers of ultraviolet wavelengths, some chemical bonds can be broken without causing local heating. This is called photochemical ablation. The photochemical ablation results in clean-cut incision. The thermal component is relatively small and the zone of thermal interaction is limited in the incision wall. Selective absorption of laser light by human tissues. Selective absorption occurs when a given color of light is strongly absorbed by one type of tissue, while transmitted by another's. Laser pure color is responsible for selective absorption. The main absorbing components of tissues are oxhemoglobin in blood, the blood's oxygen carrying protein, absorption of UV and blue and green light, melanin, a pigment of skin or hair moles, absorption in visible and near IR infrared light of 400 nanometers to 1000 nanometers, and water in tissues which is transparent to visible light but strong absorption of UV light below 300 nanometers and infrared over 1300 nanometers. Applications of laser is the different types of laser with wavelength and the applications are given here. Excimer, which has a wavelength of 190 to 350, which has a power of 1 to 20 watts. It's used in ophthalmological surgery And we have a dye laser which is 400 to 800 nanometers in wavelength, and power is 1 to 5 watts. Removal of port wine stains and pigmented lesions, and so on. And we have many surgical applications used by this laser, and ophthalmological surgery and photodynamic surgery and tattoo removal, photocoagulation for general surgery, hair removal, skin and resurfacing, general surgery, and general skin resurfacing, and all can be done by various kinds of lasers. And its application in beauty therapies is also based on selective absorption of absorbing components, photovaporization of process for removal of the treated components. Pulsed lasers are also used. Future biomedical instrumentation are in the field creating such instruments that helps us to measure, record, transmit data to or from the body. And the future of biomedical instrumentation is very bright. Day by day, new ideas are researched and implemented, such as harnessing the power of body to power devices, bringing more advanced prosthetics, new methods of diagnosis and treatment of diseases and problems which were not there before. Mind reading, a brain is an organ that coordinates all body functions while the mind is capable of thought. The brain serves as a secondary conscience and the mind as a primary conscience. Thus, its ability to sense the execute decisions, the relationship between brain and mind is like that of a computer hardware and a software. To make mind control possible, we first need the necessary tools and understanding. Mind reading is also understanding all the brain, all the functions carried out by the brain are broadly understood, and we still not know the accuracy, the whole process involved in making memories, the pathway taken to establish and then carry out our thoughts into actions. Instrumentation to receive data from brain methods exist such as electroencephalography, positron emission tomography, and functional magnetic resonance imaging. Next, for transmitting information to the brain, we would need instruments that could directly contact the responsible areas. This could be nanotechnology, which makes contacting the areas responsible for memory and thought process by exciting the appropriate areas to reduce desired response. Brain hacking refers to the possibility to attack the human brain to extract sensitive information such as data and memories, including also capability to inject new information. The art of technology allow to perceive changes in magnetic field related to brain activity, making possible readings of pupils' thought. This shows a device which can detect brain's electrical and hardware composed by and equipped with a series of sensors that are placed directly on the human scalp. The software designed to interpret brain activity signals through which the device is able to access the sensitive data in the human brain. The drawbacks is the lack of privacy, danger to pupils' mind and control, and expensive far in future. If mind reading is possible, people won't have any privacy for or freedom. It has great dangers. It would be in a wrong hands, such as people could make or do things against their will. Something like means to understand and its input information to and from the brain will require instrumentation which would be expensive. It is the thing of the far future as mind is extremely complex. Advantages are understanding of physiological function with such technology, understanding the brain working and the connections between the different areas would be become infinitely better. Diagnosis is many of the physiological disorders have been a problem of having a reliable and biological test for diagnosis. At the moment, many problems of such bipolar disorders is left undiagnosed in many cases for years. Because of the method of diagnosis right now, it is very vague, like a series of questions which are not very accurate. Mind reading, well being a much better method of diagnosis. Communicating with electronics, using this we could get devices such as computers to work by translating the desired actions straight from our mind, such as searching a particular topic on the internet. Treatment, not only physiological disorders but treating physiological traumas from accidents can be treated by this. And other areas it can be used for creating better methods of entertainment. It could be used in education and thus used for only bringing about equality, but also bringing a larger productive age range for society, which would otherwise take years of education. Communication between all people will be easier, and thoughts can become like an universal language. Expected technologies in future. People may live in smart houses equipped with sensors to monitor the status of their general health. Everyone may have access to regular non-invasive screenings to detect diseases as early as possible. Efficient non-invasive sensors-based procedures may also monitor and evaluate cardiovascular and musculoskeletal system health. The treatment which the patient receives will be determined by the computer. Internal and external sensors will be able to continuously measure response to treatment. The doctors and all other medical staffs will have access to clinical data through handheld wireless personal digital assistants. To conclude, when thinking of the future biomedical instrumentation, we can be sure that it will have an important role in bringing out a better understanding and the ways to communicate with the brain. And that's all for today's lecture. Thank you.